actually more accurately, this is post-editing Feeqs. I already shot the whole episode, and after rewatching it several different times, I really did not like the intro that I did originally. So this is just kind of a quick little intro to where it's going to take off. So here it is, guys. Hope you enjoy. So rather than just going into detail about why I've been absent from making videos after I recently said I was going to get back into making videos, I figured I'd just try and start things off where I left off. So I think all I really did last time was show the world that I've made over this past long, what was that? Anyway, absence. I feel like I've done quite a bit. Here lately, I haven't been able to play much Minecraft though because of family and work and such. But I'm looking to get back into that. So, didn't really miss much. I think I was trying to start a project over here real quick. I did get it done, and I had most of a video made before then I, disappeared again. But it was this little staircase thing. I'll show that real quick. It's pretty cool. So staircase, push a button. Bam. Pretty neat. And then push a button again. It's like it never happened. I had a video that was like halfway done with that, and then stuff happened and whatever. So, but anyway, I want to try and get back into doing videos again. Ouch. And this is the result, I guess. So anyway, what I have planned is I started this project way back when the Village and Pillage update first came out. And I wanted to have a specialized house for each villager. I got somewhat into it. I need more houses and small houses like this. But anyway, I wanted to populate the village. So the plan for today, over the next couple days, I guess, is going to be to make this kind of a village dispenser popping up out of the water fountain here in town center. So basically, if we get low on villagers, I can just pop up a few more, and it'll be like nothing ever happened to them. We could keep full villagers all the time. So we'll see how that works. But conveniently, this lines up with a villager breeder that I already made, which is downstairs in my little base area. So if we push this open, this will close it. And if we go down a ways, I have a village thing. This was also part of another video that I tried to make. Then I think I was going to combine both videos together. Did some editing, and I didn't really like how it turned out, so I just never made it. And then I got busy. So, but anyway, this is kind of like my trading hall that's never really fully got completed, or at least populated with villagers. But I made a breeding center right here to basically cycle through villagers so I can get the best trades. So that's this right here. It's off right now. But the plan is to get this linked up. I can throw a switch here, or put in a switch somewhere right here. I don't know where, maybe over here or something. And it'll convert this track, so instead of having villagers go this direction, it'll send them somewhere. Actually, no, I think the waterfall is somewhere around here, just behind this village, this section here. 5 or 10 blocks above, past that top section. So the idea is I'll have a switch here, or somewhere, I don't know where, that doesn't look like a good spot, but somewhere, a control panel somewhere where I can switch the villagers to where if I would need to populate my village again, that will happen. And I think it'll work out pretty well. So without further delay on that, I'm going to go start working on that, and I'll come back with an update. So anyway, quick update. Dug straight down on the fountain here, and it comes down to about here, which is just behind where I have the villager trading thing. I think if I pop, maybe this one's, yeah, this is where the villagers should stand on this side. So not super ideal, but I can definitely work with that because I think the other villagers stand like right here, I think on the top section. So we may just have to move it up a little bit. But anyway, the track for the villagers is right here. So I just got to create a little junction system somewhere around here. And then dismount them. I think there's those unloaders or whatever they are that'll dismount them on the rail systems. And then I just got to put them in a water stream and pop. There they are, right in the village. Easy enough. So I think that will go pretty well. Shouldn't take too long to do this. I should have another update here soon if it's not already completed. Hey, what happened to my head? There it is. Alright guys, so quick update here. Haven't gotten super far into the project just yet, but anyway, I'm gonna have these guys going in the background. I'm gonna try and get them to breed for a fair bit while I'm doing this, so hopefully I'll have a bunch of guys down here ready to populate the village once we get done with this little project. So anyway, here's the game plan. I have a button here. It kind of blends in pretty well. I'm gonna hide the wiring right behind here, and I'm probably gonna convert this to a T flip-flop. But basically, we're gonna get this track to switch somewhere around here and make it divert that direction, and it's gonna kind of snake up. We just need to get it to link somewhere around this hole, probably a little ways up, probably maybe 5-10 blocks above where I'm standing now. That way it doesn't interfere with our villager trading hall thing over here. Because I do want to run tracks. I gotta get out of this maze. I don't think I showed this just a second ago, but this guy converts them over to villagers for cheaper trades. That's that whole mess. But I have something back here. What are you doing? I have something back here that'll kind of get them in each spot relatively easily. And that was a long walk for nothing. But I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side and for the top portion. I'm not gonna give them all these guys, the librarians, but I mean just a mixture of everything. Anyway, I'm ranting here. So I'm gonna get that into T flip flop, convert it, and that's kind of the game plan. We're gonna route them around and get them in that little hole that shoots them to the top. So I will see you again in just a second. Alright guys, so I have no idea what I said at the end of that last segment. But anyway, we'll move on. So pretty much complete. There's probably like 1 or 2 things I'll tweak about it, but I'll go through and explain it. Anyway, I didn't think I explained this too well to begin with. This is the village breeder. This button right here will turn it on and off. That's what that light's for. But anyway, when I want a villager... Ooh, I'm going to turn that back off too. That's later. I push this button here. It'll summon a villager. And this was the original purpose to it. It'll come here. I can change the professions based on this. I have every single one back here. Once they get assigned to it, I'll go through and do their trades and everything like that. Just like that. And I'd cycle through till I got the trade that I wanted. Once I did, I would push him off here, and he would get converted to a zombie villager by this guy over here. This would make my trades cheaper. Nothing new here. Oh, that's interesting. He'd come over here, automatically get applied a potion of weakness. I had some golden apples up here to cure him. After the curing process was done, he would, his trades would be cheaper. If I didn't like his prices, I could push this button. It would send him back to the zombie villager. He'd be converted again, and would just keep cycling back and forth until I got what I wanted. When I did like his trades, I'd push this button here, and he would go down here into an open cell, which I don't have one right now. Well, I do, but I don't need this guy right now, so that's unfortunate. But anyway, going back to what we did, instead of making a whole nother village breeder for our village, we were just going to tap into this one, which I believe I explained earlier. So that's all done, and that's controlled by this button. Push this button. That light indicates that it's on. This means that the village will now be populated. And I have it set to a different track. That goes to a T flip-flop. It powers this rail. I think the one thing that I'll change about it is I'll make this system here, right now it's kind of manual. I'll make it go kind of in a loop with a clock. That guy's not grown yet. But I'll go through and show you the track system here real quick while we wait for him to grow. Basically, it changes this track here. They'll go this direction. This heads up towards the village. There's a little activator rail right around the corner there that will get him out of the minecart. It'll push him in that water stream, and that water stream goes right where that fountain is, where we showed earlier. The cart will then continue along this track here, goes back down, and goes down into that little tunnel there that goes to a cactus and feeds the empty minecarts back into that chest. So it's a closed loop. So if I did put this on a clock and have it constantly running, all that would really be happening, oh, here's a good example, all that would really be happening is the carts would be cycling through the system until it picked up a villager. Like this. Hopefully this one gets in it. There it goes. He'll get launched off there. He's going to get sent off, head that direction. He should be dismounted. There's the empty cart. Hopefully he went in the water stream. I've been having kind of problems with this. It doesn't sound like he did. Oh, he did. He just needs to go up. Let's follow him real quick. Follow him up. And he's in the village. Ooh, it's almost dark time. And I have a few guys up here. I'm not sure if they survived. I did have a few guys up here. But it worked out pretty well. I had, I think, 5 or 6 villagers in here. And they already chose professions. Like him. They seem to like the, okay. But anyway. So that's kind of the game plan. We'll just have different professions each one of these houses. And it should be pretty easy for them to wander. And you're stealing my stuff. Get a profession. Oops. Alright, so after reviewing that footage and everything like that, I realized that my tools are not in the best of shape to really start another project. So first things first, we need to go to the XP farm and kind of get this stuff repaired. My armor's not looking too bad, but definitely my pickaxe. So let's go through here. Oh, I already left that open. And I'll show you the quick little trip that goes to the nether. I have, I can't remember if I showed it last time or not. I'm pretty sure it did. It was a big project. But I have a pretty good zombie pigman farm that I'm sure everyone's seen 1,000 times. But it definitely has decreased in the productivity since the update with the piglins, but it still works pretty good. It always takes 3 rockets. Uh-oh. Alright, so this is it. This giant behemoth. Probably need to turn down my volume real quick, because this thing is loud. Whoa. Turn down to like a 2. So, it's really convenient and nice to just close that trap door. Get my bow. Shoot one of these guys. But not kill him. Let's see. There we go. And then just sit here and just wait for my stuff to get fixed, basically. I used to have this open so I could walk around. Ooh, dang. Still pretty loud. Let me turn that off. I used to have this open though, so I could walk around, but I AFK'd here a couple times, and every now and then a baby would get free and kill me, and it just, this was just the safest way to go about it. Anyway, it'll only take a few seconds to get this maxed out. The thing works really nice. It's definitely my favorite XP grinder I've ever built. I know, I did some things when the Nether update first came out. I put little trapdoors right there, so that way the piglins would run off of there, so they'd still die. And then later on, that I found out that you could actually prevent piglin spawning just by using magma blocks, but I've never made that conversion yet. So that may be a future project later on. But anyway, I'm going to wrap these tools up, and then we'll begin something else. Oops. What is going on? Alright, so anyway, now that I got those tools wrapped up and used again a little bit here, I've been trying to figure out what should the next project be. I got a million of them, but my first thought was maybe making some more houses here and getting this thing tidied up a little bit better so I could have the villagers actually have professions and everything. But I think that's going to be another day. I'm not really in a building mood right now. One thing I do see, though, is these cows. I need a more permanent solution for these cows. So, it's always been my intent to have, like, most of my farms automated in a convenient way. Obviously, I want to start tidying this up, too. Like, even that, eventually I want to move somewhere else to where it's not so in the way. um, but definitely cows. I think that's gonna be the next thing we tackle, so we can have food consistently. I just want to be able to go up to a chest and just constantly fill my hot bar full of food and not have to worry about it. So we'll see what that looks like. All right, so this is kind of where I wanted to try and keep my farms kind of centralized. The original plan was to have farms every so often, like this was going to be a wheat farm and so on, and just have kind of categories. I think I'm going to keep this one more plant-based on this section. This, for some reason, turned into a mob farm all by itself. I don't know why they keep spawning in there. I've lit it up, but they still pop in there. I don't know. This used to be my little villager trading center. Then I think I'm going to convert it to a smelting room. That was just there for convenience, I guess. So, but anyway, we got to figure out where we're going to put these cows. Apparently at some point I had plans for it to go down there. Let me see. I'm not sure. Let me figure this out. Alright, so after looking around here, I think this is the best direction to go. I was hoping to reuse a room that I've already dug out or something. But it looks like no matter which direction I go, I'm going to have to dig. So I think this would be the best way. I was just here. I'm going to expand this way just a little bit. Probably go over 2 gaps. I think these are gaps of 5. That would give me some wall room in between this and the walkway. And then we'll make the entrance. But I want it to be kind of a relatively big room because I would like to have my cows, chickens, pigs, all that kind of stuff, like one of everything in there. And this would be like the automated section for that. So let's get this. First things first, we got to get this dug out. And it's pretty straightforward. When I originally built this base, I wanted to go for something that was relatively simple to copy, and I kind of wanted to actually get lost in the place. I wanted it to be so big and so like kind of like a maze, and eventually you'd get lost in it, especially if you'd never been in it before. So anyway, let me dig this out, and then we can begin the project. Alright guys, so I got this dug out, got it kind of framed in here. So this is where we're going to be putting the cow farm and any other animal farms going forward. I do believe so. So the idea, I think, I kind of want pipes of animals kind of going around, or pipes of entities, or the food or whatever. I want pipes, displaying what's moving in here. I think that'd be kind of neat. So I kind of want to put the cows in a hole like this, and this is where you'd breed them. And some way or another they get transported either across the ceiling or whatever, and the chest would be over here for the food and the other drops, so in this case leather. Now unfortunately most animals can't be auto bred, they have to be manually bred, so I'm going to need wheat and stuff like that as well. I may in the future link up a automatic wheat farm to here to help supply a general steady flow of like wheat and carrots and all that kind of stuff that it takes to breed animals, but that's further on down the line. But anyway, let me go to a creative world. I've been messing with an idea for a cow farm to see how exactly I want to do it, and then we'll see if we can implement it here. Alright guys, so this is kind of what I came up with as far as what we're going to do. This is kind of the transporting system, but let me explain the breeding part first. So when I was first making one, a lot of them kind of had the same concept. I looked at a few other cow farms, and basically they just use water to push them up so you can breed them. I tried not doing that to make things simpler, which this does work, but they kind of just go in all crazy directions. Um, and the issue I was kind of having was cramming. Sometimes they didn't go anywhere, and they'd cram. I guess yeah, see it. Sometimes they'd grow up and then just die and kill the other ones. And then the other problem with that is the breeding. They're hard to breed when they're not. You click on the same cow, and you can't really breed them. Very difficult to breed. That's the main reason why I didn't. That was weird, but I didn't go with that design. So you kind of have to use water on these. So the other issue is when you did use water, you can get them to breed relatively safe. It's a lot easier to breed. You don't have to deal with the cramming issue, or occasionally you do. Oops, well, that's not a good example. But when you deactivate the water, a lot of times the baby cows would just stay in there. They would have to you'd have to rely on pathfinding or just them to get pushed out to fall into your water stream. So that's what I had this for. This will push the cows out, the baby cows out. But you don't want it triggered every time, so that's why I have this little thing right here to kind of only make sure it gets triggered once every now and then. Because you don't want it to trigger with the water in there, otherwise it would destroy your water source block. You want to breed your cows. Then once they did breed, and drop this, and it kind of pushes the cows out. I might have to adjust the timing on that, but anyways, that's what would happen, and then the baby cow would go, and this is kind of the transporting system here to do it. What? Another escape artist. To do kind of whatever it is you want with them. The good thing with this system here is this works for entities and the baby cows. So if I wanted to, let me see if I just throw some steak in there, just drop them down into a killing chamber, I could have the cooked steak go up this stream and then go wherever it is. Right now I just have it goes right here and eventually falls into the void if it does. But I could have it so that way the steak just goes through the system. Or if I want to, I can have the cows. It kind of just depends. Not entirely sure what I'm going to end up doing. But yeah, that's kind of the general concept. We want to make sure we can pop them up for the water, so that way it's easier for them to breed, because it is a really pain to try and breed them when they're all in one spot like this. You have to try and click in the right spot. We don't want that. We want to be able to just pop them up with a water block, breed them, easy enough. Then once they are bred, drop this down and have that piston push them all to the front, so that way they can be transported. So hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, this is what we're going to start implementing. So we'll see you there. Alright guys, so back in the main world here, we're going to start building this farm. While I was thinking about it, I went ahead and dug this out, which I think I already showed, but then I went through and started working on this room a little bit, and trying to think about how I want to do this exactly. Now as far as the tubing goes for the animals, this room isn't very big to have a whole lot of elaborate tubes. So the way I planned on doing it was either one, running it across the floor, so I'd dig the floor out a little bit, and maybe we'll have like this be glass, and you could see them below. The only downside of that is it would be kind of bumpy. You'd be bouncing around as you walked across the floor. So I think the better way to do it is actually do it in the wall. So anyway, the idea is I would have this be the breeding section. I'd breed the cows here, so this one hole, this would all be closed up, one hole right here. I could push a button that would kind of toggle it on and off. And then opposite of that is where I want the chest. So here. Now the reason why I have it one block away from this wall is I wasn't sure if I wanted to have a tube coming down from the ceiling for the storage, or if I was just going to put it up against the wall. The only problem with doing it up against the wall is the other wall's right there. It's pretty close, so I wouldn't have a whole lot of room to work with there. But let me fix this up real quick. So anyway, I think what I'll actually do, like I said, is I'll have a tube running up the wall here. So I'd remove all this. This would become glass. And we can see the cows kind of go up and do their thing. I'd probably have the killing chamber just above us. And then they would get deposited. And then maybe I'll have the items just kind of free flow and do a hopper or something right here. Or maybe right here. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, let's get this thing going. So it's kind of a lot of work for something that isn't all that much better. So it's definitely by far easier just to chop up the cows and have them all in a pen. Anyway, so I got the dispenser here. That's going to be for the water. If I'm going to move the cows backwards, I'm going to need this piston on this side instead. So we'll put that there. This needs to be a transparent block, so we need some type of glass. Probably be the easiest thing. And then this would be the drop down point where the cows would fall. And then tube would go there. So let's get that bucket of water in place. I probably should do that last. Really need to get this redstone worked out. I'll tell you what. So I'm not rambling and everything and trying to make up what I'm gonna say. I'll go through, do the redstone, get this part figured out, and then I'll show you guys the result. Well, I got it all done, got it all hidden, and then I realized I built it one block too low. But here it is in all its glory. At least the first step. So all that's working. I gotta rip it all out again though, and go up one block. So that's unfortunate, but we'll get that done. And then I guess we'll see. Hopefully more of it's done the next time I see you guys. Alright guys, so I figured it'd be time for an update. I got most of the stuff done here. I got the water stream in here, so the tube will work right there. Ran out of sea lanterns, so I gotta go pick some up real quick before I can finish this portion of it. But everything down here is functional, working. It's at the proper height. I got the button hidden right here, so that way we can breed them, and then push it again, and then that'll push all the cows in there to go to wherever the next stage is gonna be. But I gotta make a trip to my Guardian farm to get those sea lanterns, so I'll do that real quick. While I'm working on this, I figured the lucky number for cows in there is going to be 16. We want 16 cows in that hole. That will allow us to breed up to 8 baby cows, and the cram limit is 24, so 25 would kill them. So it's perfect. We just need to get 16 cows in that hole, and then finish this portion, the kill chamber, and then getting it over here. I don't think I'll have time to do that today, but we can at least get that tube finished. So anyway, we gotta quickly go to the nether here and take our little boat system to the Guardian farm, which is quite a ways away. So we'll go down here. I'm pretty sure I showed this before, but anyway, figured you guys would want to tag along with me and see this. So and we actually gotta go down here to my nether hub that never got fully completed. Actually, the last time I think I was even down here is when I transported villagers. It's not a good sign. Better leave him alone. But I gotta go to the end of this tunnel here. I believe that one's the end. And then this one up here is gonna be the Guardian farm, which I said was quite a ways away, guys. It is pretty far. This is another project I want to do. I forgot I even did this tunnel. Wow. But anyway, I got the Guardian farms. The functional portion of it's done. It's just the cosmetic part that needs to get completed. So that's definitely a project for the future. Here it is. So yeah, I got this part done. The killing portion done. It's just a giant flat spot right now. That's weird. Anyway, let's get what we came here for. We need some more sea lanterns. I must have already wiped it all out before. I'm at the AFK here for a while. How do I make these sea lanterns again? I can't remember. Oh, here we go. Man, no luck. I need these two. How do I make a sea lantern? Easy enough. Let's make a couple more so I don't have to come back here again for a while. So, anyway, I'll see you guys back when I get this little bit in. And then we'll see what happens after that. Alright, so we got the rest of those blocks in place. I got this floor kind of patched up. And we got the overhead tube kind of constructed. Not sure if I like that part, but yeah, that's probably all I'm gonna have time for today, guys. I definitely don't have time to get this finished. I've been working on this video for like a week now, and I think it's starting to run a little long. So I'm gonna try and work on getting this figured out in between the next video and this video, which will hopefully not be, 6 to 9 months. I definitely want to start rolling these out like a weekly thing. But anyway, one last parting thought though is I'm thinking I might have the cows come up on one side if I do keep the up tube. We'll have the killing chamber somewhere around here, and then this side will probably have it'll be beef, cooked beef that falls down. I don't know if that's cruel humor or not, but I think that'd be kind of nifty. Have the animals go up on one side and then the beef on the other, or the drops or whatever they are on this side. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And I'll try and work on the design of this room a little bit too. It's kind of bare bones right now. I got to figure out the ceiling and everything yet. But anyway, hopefully this one doesn't run too long, and hopefully everyone enjoyed it, if anyone does view it. So, but until next time, guys, I will see you.